Thanks very much, Jennifer, and it's great to be here with you today and share with you some of the work that we've done at BMO Financial Group around developing career plans. And we really think that career planning is important for all of us, and that all of us need to have a plan in place and know what direction we want our career to take. The first thing I want to talk about, though, before I move to career planning, is talking about creating career resiliency. And what do we mean by career resiliency? It means that you develop the ability to manage change. We all know that change happens no matter what career we're in. So it's important for all of us to be able to manage that change. Leading your own career, cultivating your own inner resources, so the strengths that you have internally, committing yourself to continuous learning so that you always continue to develop and grow. It's important for all of us to do that throughout our lives. Build and sustaining relationships through networking, not only professional relationships, but personal ones as well. Understand yourself as a commodity. What skills and abilities do you have that make you unique and that you're able to sell yourself? Nurture your own well-being. Make sure you take care of yourself first. And lastly, create your own support network. So surround yourselves with people who think you are great and that will help you to develop and grow. The first part of our model for creating a career plan revolves around the center spot, which talks about career conversations. And the point I wanted to stress here is that creating a career plan is really an interactive and a collaborative process. You can't do it yourself. You need help from others to be able to develop and grow your own career plan. And it really starts with number one, which is self-assessment. And what self-assessment really is providing the opportunity for you to explore yourself and gather feedback from your managers, if you're working, from your peers, from your professors, from your colleagues, people, friends in your community. It's also reflecting and exploring. It's an opportunity for you to listen to others, to reflect and pause before you actually act on your plan. And it's a great time to engage in conversation, to find out more about yourself. After you've done some of this introspection and self-exploration, then it's time for you to capture your thoughts relative to your own career goals, to your strengths, and to your own opportunities for development. And then finally, it's finalizing that career plan, asking your friends and family to provide you with greater insight into your potential, asking them questions about your goals and strengths. Do they think it's a great fit for you? And the output of these conversations should be your final career plan. So let's go back and start with self-assessment. What is it? It's really the process of gathering information about yourself in order to make an informed career decision. And self-assessment includes a lot of things, including your values, your interests, your personality, and your skills. And why is it important? Because it improves your own understanding of yourself and what it is that you can bring to a company or to an employer that will make them value you and want you to work for them. You can't sell something if you don't understand it, so it's important to know who you are. And it's time to ask yourself questions like, where am I in my life stage? And what opportunities and challenges do I have in my own career path that I need to think about? So again, self-assessment means asking questions of yourself, of your friends, of your family, giving yourself time to listen, to absorb, and to reflect on what they say. And it's also about being honest with yourself. Not just about the areas for improvement you might have, but what are your strengths? What are you really good at? Be honest about those. So this is a template that we use for self-assessment. And if you have time after the presentation, you may want to sit down and actually ask yourself some of these questions. Who am I around my personal and professional goals? And what's really important to me? You may be surprised by what you find in your answers, or you may not be. And then again, looking at your strengths. What am I really good at? What am I passionate about? You've heard the old saying that if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. How true is that? And how about areas of development? Where can I improve? Where can I do better? Who can help me to get better? What are the key capabilities or skills that I have that will help me achieve my own goals? Part of this starts with establishing a professional brand. We all know about brands because we see brands every day in our communities. Think about some of the top companies that we know, brands like Nike or McDonald's. Those kinds of professional brands. When we talk about career branding, we're really talking about making a promise. And that's a promise about the value and the quality of the product that we're going to produce or the work that we're going to do. And we're going to say that our product is going to be better than all the other competing products. And a promise that must be delivered on to be successful. We all know that if we're shopping, we won't continue to buy from a brand that doesn't deliver on their promise. And the same is true when we're talking about career branding. So branding is a combination of tangible and intangible characteristics that make you unique. Your professional brand, it's the collection of all the perceptions and impressions about you that are held by those around you. It includes your skills and abilities and how people really feel about you. And something to reflect on is, what would you think others would say about you when you're not around? That's really your brand. That's who you are. So why is brand important? And it's really a combination of many different things. It's your body language. It's the words you choose. It's the tone that you have. All of those things send messages about who you are, your confidence, your skill. Are you trustworthy? Are you competent? Are you motivated? About how you work with others. Interest and value. Do you approve of others? Do others approve of you? Do you respect others, and do you show that respect? And are you supportive of others? And what kind of work do you actually deliver? Is it quality work? Is it work that you're interested in? Is it work that you're skilled at? Do you really enjoy what you do? Are you serious about your work? And do you focus when you are working? These are all important to establish your own professional brand. And again, we have a self-assessment piece that we would offer that you may want to ask yourself some of these questions around your own professional brand. How do I present myself, my ideas, and my work? Am I confident? Do I speak too softly? Do I get defensive if someone disagrees with me? Am I pleasant, dismissive, aloof, or arrogant? Do I dress appropriately? These are all questions you may want to ask yourself. How do others perceive me? Do they seek out my company? Do they ask me for advice? Do they have a pleasant interaction with me? Am I misunderstood? Are people excited by my contributions? How well do I build relationships? What are my strengths in building those relationships? Do I connect with people? Do I have a sense of humor? Am I passionate? Do I remain calm in a crisis? In my best interactions, how would I engage with others? How would my peers or my teachers or my mentors consider their interactions with me to be? And finally, how can I improve my interactions? Where can I improve? What would my peers or my teachers say are my greatest opportunities for improvement? What are the key presentation gaps that I need in order for others to perceive me as I want to be perceived? If you answer those questions, what you'll come up with is your own employment brand, and that will help you market yourself. If we move on to defining career goals, and Sherry talked a little bit about this in her presentation, but once you've done some self-assessment and some reflection, you probably want to think about where you are in your own life stage, and where do you want to be 5 years from now? That's always a favorite interview question that interviewers will often ask you. Where do you want to be in 5 years? And it's important that you might have thought that through. What is my career goal? What ultimately do I want to do? And what do I need to do to get there? So there are some things that you need to think about. You need to think about, do I have courage? Am I able to accept feedback? Am I comfortable meeting new people who can help make my career goals happen for me? Do I have a mentor? Do I have someone that I can go to, that someone that I admire and that I'm not afraid to go to and ask them for help? Someone who would encourage me, but also push me a little bit too, to be the best person that I can be. Do I have perseverance? Career goals sometimes are long-term and they take a while to get there. Do I have that perseverance to take me there? How about trade-offs? Sometimes we have to trade off. We may not necessarily get to our career goal in the amount of time that we have set aside for it, and we need to trade some things off. And those might be money for training, for instance, time with your family. Those are all things you need to think about. Different developmental opportunities. Your aspirations may require you to take different jobs and maybe outside of where you live today. Are you willing to make those moves in order to reach that career goal? And training. Sometimes some careers require very specialized training. Are you willing to take that extra training that you might need to know? These are all things you need to think about as you define your career goals. Is there a specific company that you want to work with? Do you know about that company? What are their career objectives? How do they sit competitively in the economic market? What do their employees say about them as an employer? Are they an employer of choice? Are they somebody that you would want to work for? Are you focused on developing a specific role or a certain type of work? Or are you open to a broader career path? And what skills do you have today that would help you move into that particular career goal that you're looking for? Is the culture in the workplace important to you? And if it is important, are you willing to seek out employers who have created supportive work environments so they would be a great place for you to work? Have you thought about that as you've looked at different companies? And which organizations have reputations for being the best employers of people? There actually are awards that are given out for best employers. And checking with your career centers, they probably know who they are, and will give you some insight into that. So when you look at your different options, you can see there are a lot of things to think about in developing career goals and where you want to be. And there's a lot of different ways to get there. Some of those ways might be through things like experiential learning and job shadowing. A lot of companies do offer those. Also through volunteer work. You may have had an opportunity to grow some skills in a particular area. Many companies have co-ops and internships, and our company, BMO Financial Group, is certainly one of them. We have extensive internship and scholarship programs. And many companies offer mentoring opportunities. Beyond that, often there's opportunities for lateral moves, perhaps not moving up in an organization, but moving across an organization at the same level you're at, so that you can broaden your skill base and learn new skills and new challenges. And that makes sometimes working for companies that have various components to them attractive. And of course, upward moves, upward mobility, moving up in an organization so that you can gain a leadership role. So we come to the third section of our career planning template, and that is around action planning. And that's really where you start making commitments to your mostly to yourself about where you want to go and the type of plan that you want to create for yourself. And one of the things about action planning, and I think we all have heard of how when we make goals, they have to be SMART goals. So in other words, they are specific and simple. They're measurable. So we have a certain timeline in place and we know when we will get there. They're attainable. They're results-oriented, and they're time-bound. And these are the things to keep in mind. When we think about elements of a career plan, we want to think about what is the work that I like to do the most, and what are the most rewarding elements of that work. We need to think about what our primary strengths are. What are we really good at? And what are some areas for development for us? Where do we want to learn and grow and develop to be a better person? And we've come up with a template that can provide you that will help you ask yourself some of those questions. Like, what experiences can provide me with opportunities to develop the network and this capability and skills that I need for my chosen career? And for each of those questions you ask yourself, there's an expected outcome, and then an opportunity to think about what kind of support would I need to get there? What tools are available for me? And that's where your career center can help you out, employers can help you out as well. So finally, it's about putting together your own career plan. And it all fits into a nice package that starts with your professional brand. And really, that's all about what do I, as a person, want to be known for? What type of a person am I, and will I reflect that in my own career brand? What are my strengths and opportunities for development? And what experiences and skills do I have today that I can leverage? And which ones do I want to develop? What are my own career goals? What do I want to achieve in my work? And am I working towards a destination job? And how will I contribute to that particular organization? And of course, your action plan, which is all about how will I get there from here? What steps do I need to take? What networks can I build? And what skills can I develop? Any one of these areas you can actually use as part of your dialogue for an interview as well. Employers would be very interested in knowing all of these items from your career plan. You can actually fit these into a nice template so that you have it recorded. And as Sherry talked about, having your own portfolio is an excellent way to capture what your own career plan looks like, and also what other people might have said about you in previous roles. If you have some letters of reference, for instance, or you have some work that you've done previously, you can include that in your career plan as well as testament to the skills and abilities that you already have. So you have the largest role in this career planning process, and that is that you need to know yourself. You need to focus on your uniqueness and your own accomplishments. It's important to understand the current employment environment, especially in volatile economic times. It's important to have conversations with others, many, many other people, whether they're friends, your peers, your teachers, your mentors, your family. Have as many conversations as you can about what makes you a great person and what you can bring to an employer. Make sure you capture those things. And make sure you also think about the development areas that you might have and where you really want to focus on getting better. Know the business. If you're interested in a particular company, make sure you know what that company is all about. What are the kinds of roles that they might have? What opportunities do they have? Are they an employer of choice? Do they have a diversity department in that organization? Do they strongly support the recruitment of people with disabilities? Those things are all important. And finally, create your own career plan. I know that if you do, you'll find a great deal of benefit from it. I look forward to any questions you might have. Thanks so much.